Hey guys, this is T-J. I know it's been a while, but I'm gonna start posting more videos. The reason why I'm posting this tank right now is because yesterday I got in the mail my NilocG freshwater light fixture. So I put it on this 10-gallon tank here. I know it's ridiculous overkill, but sometimes I just like to sit down and have a cup of coffee and watch the world burn. So I put it on this tank here. I'll give you a close look at it. NilocG. I think this is his version or his build of the SB Reef, his version of the SB Reef. And I really like it. It's a very well made piece of equipment. It has two dimmer settings. You can set it, I got them set at 50% right now, just to see how they do. You got a own separate power for each side. You got a fan on it that you hear, two fans actually, that's blowing now. It fits right snug on this 10-gallon. This is a 16-inch fixture here. As you can see on this 10-gallon, it's right there, about another half an inch maybe from where that filter is you might get in, space you can get in, but it fits pretty snug on this 10-gallon tank. And I really like it. I really do. This tank has been set up for like this for about 5 or 6 months now. But I just added, well, I added about a month ago, a lot of this moss. That moss on the back wall is actually just 3 pieces of driftwood with moss tied to it. And then up against this wall here, there's 3 like magnets with moss tied to them. And that's my diffuser, pumping out that CO2 that I have pumping in here. CO2 is the CO2 art regulator. Let's see if I can get a look at this. There it is. CO2 art regulator with a 5-pound CO2 tank. Got what I got in here? 10 ember tetras and a bunch of well, I started off with 10 cherry shrimp that I put in the tank, and there's a lot of juvies in here. It was like one pregnant mother, and she gave birth, and she's pregnant again. If I don't think I can find her. But there's a lot of juvies in here. Got some purple. That is purple repens. Purple repens. A lot of Nubius in here. Little small Nubius pieces. Actually, very small. That's kind of covered by that rock there. Well, the moss is kind of covering it up. And I got this boost. That boost there. Down here is what's it called? Maricela? I forgot what it's called, but that I forgot what it's called really. I always forget the name of it. it was really, it's cooperated all the way back there to the back, if you can see back there. But um, this rock here, before I took all the moss off of it, it was really huge and it covered up uh, the kind of the front part of this tank. So it kind of, the carpet here kind of died off a little bit, but it's growing back. So I just cut 2 other pieces of moss, put it on mesh, and attach them to this rock. Now there is some moss, some algae there. I just treated it. Well, I treated it earlier today with some peroxide. So I'll do it again tomorrow, and usually it'll go turn pinkish, and then the shrimp and the snails will eat it all up. So that just came from me neglecting this tank. I haven't really been doing enough work as I should be on it. There's some algae on this back wall here. Well, on the side wall, I use that. I let that sit for the shrimp. As you can see, that shrimp is right there. And I like this tank. I like what it's gonna grow up to be. You know, all that's gonna, I'm just gonna let it sit and carpet. Get a nice carpet there. Let this moss grow in the back. I'm going to trim this front part here because it's, it's growing out. So I'm going to trim that. Got that little piece of SP Japan there. See what that do. That was just, I didn't put it there. It just grew out from up there. So probably something left over from one of my breakdowns, tank breakdowns. But I'm going to let it sit in there and see what happens. And yeah, just gonna see what this light do with this. See if it's gonna scorch it. Now I can turn it down some more. I got it on 4 hours on, 4 hours off, 4 hours on. So it's just it came back on like 45 minutes ago from a 4-hour siesta. And overall, I really like it. Got an Aqua Clear 20 on here with the stainless steel mesh pre-filter, so none of the shrimp can get caught up in there. And let's see. Every 2 or 3 days to let the shrimp graze on that. And I'm just gonna let it grow in and see what happens. But his light costed, well, he had a sale. It was like $139 shipped. So I think regular price is $159, and that's not counting the shipping also. So he had a sale that was $139 shipped. So I was like, why not? Because I did have this this Phoenix Ray 2 light on this tank here. This Phoenix, I had his Ray 2 on here. And this Ray 2 grew everything I wanted in this tank. Anything I put in this tank, that Ray 2 grew. And I had that Ray 2 Phoenix light for about, probably 5 years. Never went out, anything like that. Now I did have some Phoenix lights that the power adapter did go out, but I just contacted the guy there and he fixed it and sent me a replacement light power pack with the fixed light. So I had a spare light on my Planted Plus. So I don't have any issues with Phoenix. I love Phoenix lights. I always did. But NilocG, I really like his product. So when he came out with this, and I could never get my hands, well, one time I had my hands on a 32-inch SB Reef light for, it was $150. at a store that was selling all their stuff. It was used, and I hesitated. I gave it a weekend to think about it, and of course, when I went back, it was gone. So now, only time I can ever find SB Reef lights if somebody's doing the auction for it, and I always get outbid it for it. So when this came along, I said, for that price, even though it's overkill, paying $139 for a light to put on a 10-gallon tank is ridiculous. But I said, why not? I mean, I paid $80 for the Phoenix Ray 2 back when it first came out, and it's a powerful light. That Ray 2 is powerful, but I like this because it had more colors. The Ray 2 is just straight 2 strips of white 7000K LEDs, which it grew everything in there. But you can look back at my old tanks, you will see that 10-gallon with that light on there grew everything. But I like this one here. It does have a lot of color and very powerful, very durable. How it looks, I love it. Most of it is just metal. And even if you put it on a longer tank, you can tighten it up and everything. So I like it. So that's it for my review of this light and update on my tank, and I'll post more later. Bye.